Hi everybody. So I wanted to address buyers that still have a house to sell. Oh, I have been interviewing a few sellers right now, and everyone doesn't seem like they know the step-by-step process, and there's a lot of fear, insecurity, doubt. So I want to address that. Okay, right now I'm working also with a buyer who sent me a pre-approval letter a few weeks back, and we were very excited to go look at houses. We even put an offer. So while we were waiting for that offer, he started pulling back a little bit, and he goes, Kalina, I still have a house to sell, and I don't want to have two mortgages. What do I do? And if you're in the same situation, they hear what I would recommend. You have to put your house on the market. That's the first thing I would recommend you doing. And I understand that pre-approval letter is great and it could be a plan B, but put your house on the market. Put it underneath that you need to find another property that, they sell contingent up and the seller finding a new home, secure home. And that's also will be negotiated with the attorneys, and you are fully protected, okay? While your house is on the market, start softly looking at properties where you want to go. Just to see what's out there. Don't put any offers. Just keep your low profile until you have an accepted offer on your property. And then once you have that, your buyer will do the inspections. Okay? Once they do the inspections and conclude the inspections, that's when you're safe to go and start looking and putting in offers on another home, because your buyer is already safe and secure. They're under contract. They agreed to all the inspections. That's it. So that now it's your turn. So now you're looking for the houses, and once you find, and while you were looking and waiting, you become more flexible. You already know what you want, what you don't want, because you've been looking at and getting familiar with things that you want and you don't want. Nothing to stress about. Once you find that house and you put an offer, the key is to be transparent as much as you can with your new seller's agent and the buyers. Okay, so because they want to know where you stand, because the buyer wants to know when he's closing on your property, and that seller wants to know when you're closing on his property, and how they getting paid as well. So all of that needs to be such a clear communication, because everybody becomes a teamwork. It is all a teamwork to make sure all the transactions are smooth and get to the closing tables. Okay. And you could also arrange both closings on the same day, back to back, or you could have a few days apart. I mean, it's really up to you how you decide to do this. And at that point, you could pay either with cash, because you closed on your property, or you could take part mortgage, however you choose. I mean, whatever's flexible. But this way, it's not as stressful anymore as it would be with you're looking at properties without knowing, are you getting an offer or not. This is with the different piece, you can start looking, okay? And pretty much that's it. And if you have and if you're upsizing or downsizing and you don't know how to coordinate from one house to the next house and how that works, I would love to sit down and talk to you. No sales tactics, just to explain to you step by step. And it works, that's great. If it doesn't, then